Do-Rag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Y2K 18.01.23. 287 days until the midterms, and we have approximately 16 days to the next government shutdown. The Democrats did not cave, and I'm very disappointed in some of the opinions I'm getting from the Washington Post on this matter. The Trumputin traitor, the birther bastard, and his GOP, they despise the federal government and want it destroyed. You study these people, this is what they want with our federal government. And right now, they are turning that very government against us. Right now, under this creep, this Trump creep, the federal government is our enemy. Putin is very happy that the birther traitor Trump is doing exactly what this creep dictator wants him to do. Closing our government. I mean, this creep Putin, he wants world domination, oligarchical world domination of these gangster creeps. You know, with all these, the so-called, with all this crap that this creep lets out of his mouth, that he shits out of his mouth about so-called shithole countries. How about Russia? We've let a lot of Russians in here, haven't we? Who did they vote for? All these Russian immigrants. Did they vote for Trump? Did they vote for Putin? And by the way, I'm not prejudiced against any immigrants that come here. But let's get this straight. The Russians have having an easy time getting here, and people from the dark-skinned countries are having a harder time, and they've always had a harder time because this is a racist country, especially now. Our government is in the hands. Right now, our government is in the hands of right-wing and religious extremist oligarchs who are now at this moment destroying our environment, our social programs, our public education, our product safety, our national parks. They're going to make sure that science labs can abuse more animals and we can have more puppy mills. They don't care about anything except their rich selves. And of course, they hate our Constitution. I mean, Putin hates our Constitution. And he got the right creep for the job to undermine that Constitution. Trumputin and his GOP hope to celebrate the arrival of Putin and his troops as they march down Pennsylvania Avenue in the same way the Nazis marched down the Champs-Élysées during World War II. Think of the Democrats and what they were dealing with. They are in the minority. They don't have any power in our government right now. It's all these creeps, including the judicial. These right-wing, religious extremists, oligarch, fascist, birther creeps. And they're holding our children hostage, these sick children, and they're holding the dreamers hostage. The Democratic Party did what it had to do within this 2-week period, whatever, the 16 days approximately, to see what these creeps are really made of in terms of children and justice for the dreamers, for all the social programs, for our environment, for everything our country stands for, our free press. That's the showdown. And I think the Democrats did the right thing, my own opinion. They were holding, these fascist creeps were holding vital programs hostage, including payment to our military. These traitorous fascists are performing Orwellian acrobatics to make the public think that the Democrats are the cause of the shutdown and not them. Again, I want to repeat, the Democrats did not cave. They were protecting the Dreamers and the CHIP program, as well as protecting our military and their pay. They understand that this is one battle in the war. The Y2K 18 midterms are breathing down the fascist GOP Trump necks. The war is continuing. The civil war. The fascists, again, are holding children hostage, and they were holding our entire country hostage. And the Democrats are fighting for what's left of our freedom, as flawed, as corporately flawed as they are. If Mitch McDumell and his GOP and Trump do not take care of the Dreamers by the end of this year, watch the wrath of the Democrats. And if there is no wrath, because there's no deal, then we in the resistance have other recourses for our fight. Let's see what happens. Now, if you want accurate information on whether this one or that one caved during these vital negotiations, the best commentator to visit is I call him Professor Lawrence O'Donnell on MSNBC. He's on Monday through Friday at 10, but sometimes he's not on Friday, which is really annoying to me. And he actually worked in the Congress. He has experience. He worked there in the Congress. So he knows whereof he speaks. And if he says the Democrats caved, then I have to take that very seriously. And he did not say that they caved. In fact, I learned from him last night, the Democrats introduced a bill last night, or during the so-called celebration, we're opening the government. Well, Claire McCaskill got up and two other Dems got up, and with the permission of Chuck Schumer, the minority leader Chuck Schumer, and in the face of the majority leader, that creep Mitch McDumell, three Democrats, including Claire McCaskill, introduced a bill. And this bill was to protect the pay of our military, of our soldiers. And what happened was, when McDumell had a chance to respond, he objected to it. So just keep that in mind too. The Democrats introduced a bill to protect. Remember, Mike Red Grant Pence ran around yelling and screaming that the military was being screwed by the Democrats. And this is supposed to be, this guy's supposed to be a Christian. And he makes a mockery, by bearing false witness, lying. So you should know this, that the Democrats did stand up and did inflict a wound on this traitorous party. And let's see what they say about a bill protecting our military, no matter if there's a government shutdown or not. Because this is the bill the Democrats introduced. And this is what I learned from Professor O'Donnell. So if you want to know about caving or not caving, cowardly or not cowardly, check him out. I am personally certain that we will be facing another government shutdown in around 16 or so days, because we are dealing with traitors in our federal government. According to O'Donnell, the Democrats did what they could to protect the Dreamers and will hold the GOP to account before the next shutdown. We are at war, ladies and gentlemen. Our federal government is in the hands of our enemies. And as flawed as the Democratic Party is, they know this and want to help in their own way. They want to help the resistance.